what I want to explain about these experiments that's going on is they are lab rat experiments, and then some of them, and there's multiple medical experiments, psych experiments, social experiments going on at one time. That's why it seems so crazy. That's why you can't figure out what's going on, or who's doing this, or how many people are involved, or anything else. But most of them seem like they have deaths at the time. You need to contact your congressman, your senator, a trusted government official, and I mean that trusted part. So it's me again, and I'm just letting you know that's what's you need. We need to get this stop, because this has gone on far enough. Too many people have died. Too many people are permanently disabled. Too many people are worse off disabled. Too many people have gone into comas or became vegetative. Um, and most people have basically lost their homes, had their homes severely vandalized, repeatedly vandalized, living in the dark with no electricity. So if you live in a cold climate, then you're freezing right now. Unless you live south of the equator, you're probably roasting right now. Um, People have been made homeless, penniless, because you've lost your bank account, you've lost your job. Because a lot of people lost their jobs over this, because you cannot work with these earpieces in your ear. Because what happens is they podcast it, but since they're demonizing you, they demonize your company, and they put out all of the companies or the government's secrets out as far as your job concerned and everything else. So you can no longer work because you're now what they call a leak, but you're unintentional leak. And you may not have signed up for any experiments because you didn't have to. I know I didn't. And I've never signed myself up for any kind of medical or any kind of experiment as far as this is concerned. So, they just experimented on people randomly. So I'm just letting you know. Your house may be doing things too. So your house may be part of their experiments where if it's cold, it's going to be 3 or 4 times as cold in the house. Your food may freeze where it never would have before. Depending on where you live, um, you'll see things freeze up even more in the summertime. Things are roast or be super humid or humid where it shouldn't be humid, along with being extremely hot. Um, there, you know, or your apartment has been vandalized and cut up. If you live in a house, if they attack, I don't know if homeless shelters have been attacked that way too. That means the homeless shelters are going through the same thing as well. There's somebody who checks on everybody who hasn't died yet and want to know why we haven't died yet. If you've seen those people, you know something's going on. And they normally come in the middle of the night, but sometimes on the day. And I know you can feel, if you can't feel the Bluetooth in your ear, you can hear it. And you hear your family, you hear people you don't know, you may hear some of your people who are, let's just say, celebrities or elite upper, because a lot more people who haven't been affected think it's a game. They think it's a joke. And then there's people who you know or don't know who may have lent their voices because they're part of it. So again, like I said, you need to find out who's who, what's what, but contact your congressman, senator, or your trusted government official. And let's see if we get this And like I said, the lawyers, please, please, please. Or you had people calling about this case, or people who they put on a list to say do not allow, that's going against their constitutional rights in the states. So, and I don't know any else's country, but in the states is going against their constitutional rights. Please, please, please help us out. Help us out. That's all I'm asking to get this stopped. They're not properly medicated, or they've been taken off. Experience, what I've been going through. If you have any medical conditions, trust me, it's a mix of psychotropic drugs, or it may not even be your medication properly. Or it may be a mix of some other medication, and you wonder why your medical condition is getting 10 times worse. There are implements or whatever that's triggering off stuff like muscle spasms, triggering you to orgasms, and everything else that they also put inside of some of us. If not most of us, when we were unconscious at one point or another, when we were supposed to be receiving medical care for something else. So either doing a surgical procedure that may be just as routine, like a colonoscopy, or MRI, where you have to get, if you need to be sedated for it, or they convince you that you need to be sedated for it. Anything that caused you to be unconscious, they did these things, especially if you had to be hospitalized and unconscious for anything like surgery, like an appendectomy or a tonsillectomy, where to get your tonsils removed or your appendix removed. Open heart surgery. The list goes on and on. I don't know for everybody, but like I said, I'm going by my own personal experience. So please, if you're in the law profession, help us out. Please, somebody look into it. If you're a reporter or whatever and you've been victimized, or people who've been victimized, please look into the story. Please stop it. Stop these podcasts who make fun of us, who make us look like we're idiots, and they're killing us off. Thank you for listening. Please help us out.